In this brief training video, I'd like to talk to you about Skype and how it integrates with my virtual caller. Now, what we're doing with my virtual caller is placing a call through the click to call function that Skype gives us in their SDK programming package. And if you have a Skype subscription or you have money on account with Skype, you can actually place a call out. All right, it's that simple. Now, if you happen to be making calls from a desktop computer that's on Windows 8, you're going to have to download their desktop version of Skype to use my virtual call. Okay, so it's very, very important that you download that. There's a link just below this video that will take you to the download page. Also, too, if you're on Apple or Macintosh, there will be a link there to download the versions of Skype that you need for that. Now, another very important thing, the click to call function works really, really well with Chrome and also with Internet Explorer. But it doesn't work for some reason with Firefox. So if you're on a Firefox browser and that's your primary browser, you'll run into some issues with the calling function between my virtual caller and Skype. So for your calling, I'm going to highly recommend that you use Chrome. And for that matter, I think Chrome is a better browser all the way around, and that's pretty much the browser I use. So you'll need to use Chrome, and you'll find a link also below this video to go get the Chrome browser. All right, your telemarketers are going to need to use that too. So just kind of keep all that in mind. But one of the things that are really powerful with Skype and that you want to do, especially if you're going to be building a team of telemarketers, is that you want to manage their Skype accounts. And Skype gives you the ability to do that with Skype Business, okay? They have the Business Manager, and again, there's a link just below this video for the Business Manager. And let's go over and take a quick look at the Business Manager right now. So when you click on that link, it's going to take you here. If you already have a Skype account, you just have to go here, and it can be your personal account, mind you. You can simply log in and you'll be good to go. Or if you don't have an account, you can come over here and create an account. You also can log in with a Microsoft account, or you can log in with your Facebook account. It's your choice, but I would just create a Skype account if you don't have one and log in. So let's log in and let me show you what the Business Manager looks like. So here's what the Skype Manager looks like, okay? One of the first things you're going to need to do, of course, is you're going to have to put some money on account. And you can do that by clicking here and putting a credit card or PayPal. Typically, $60 a month is what you can put on account. And you can apply for more. Typically, they need you to put on a credit card. They need to do a verification that you're a business. So make sure you have a business website if you need more money than the basic amount of money that they will allow you to put on account each month, okay? But just a few things that you need to do. We go over to members. What you'll see here is I have a couple members. Here's my personal account, which is the admin, so it gives me the ability to provision new accounts on the fly. And then here's an account I have for myself. So when I bring on a new telemarketer, I'm going to actually come in here, create account, and put in an email address. So let's talk a little bit about that process. I'm going to highly recommend that you also go and get a Gmail account for your telemarketer, all right, that you control. And so when you bring on a new caller, you give them a email account for them, and you give them a Skype account. And when they leave, all you have to do is go into both of those accounts and change out the password, and you'll be good to go with the new telemarketer to work with those accounts, all right? So I highly recommend that you do that. Let's go back to this account. And first things first, when you do create that account, make sure that you give it a pretty innocuous name. I use caller. LDA stands for Local Digital Advertisement Caller number 1. So when I bring on the next person who's going to be making calls for me, I'm going to call it 2, 3, 4. And I'll be able to manage these accounts. Now, what you'll do is, so that they can make outbound calls, is that you're going to go and get them subscription plans, okay? And that you're going to pay for out of these credits each month. It's pretty straightforward. If you don't want to use subscriptions and you want to pay by the minute, you can just put money on account for them, and you can set up auto recharge. It's your choice. As far as getting a Skype number, you really don't need to get one. That's going to cost you an additional $6, almost $7 a month to get a Skype number. You really don't need a Skype number if you're not going to be taking any inbound calls from the number you call out. So what's going to happen is that Skype will just use some random number making that outbound call for you, and I really haven't ran into any issues with it whatsoever. Okay, so you really don't need to get a Skype number. All you need to do is either pick up a subscription program, which I highly recommend that you do, or put some money on account and let it auto recharge. This wraps up the training video on Skype, and I'll see you in the next. Take care.